On this episode of AMA Air, find out who took home the top honors at the first contest of the 2019 NATS season.
And learn about an inaugural event that was created to introduce one Colorado community to aeromodeling.
Also, hear how model aviation helped shape one modeler's career. All that and more on this episode of AMA Air.
And welcome to AMA Air, your source for modeling news. I'm Chris Savage.
And I'm Claire Aldenheisen.
Believe it or not, the first event of the 2019 NATS season has already ended. This year's indoor free flight NATS was unique because it was held at a new location and there were more pilots this year than in recent years. The indoor NATS took place at the Round Valley Aerodrome in Springerville, Arizona. Rob Romash was named the overall grand champion. Don DeLoach was crowned champion of free flight rubber-powered aircraft and was named the FAC champion. Stan Buddenbaum took top honors in gliders. Find out how the rest of the competitors fared and sign up to receive notifications when the NATS News blogs are posted at nats.modelaircraft.org.
The AMA Youth Leadership Award is given to a youth member who shares the joy of our hobby with others in his or her community. This year's recipient is Justin Tam from District 10. Each AMA district vice president can nominate someone for the award, then a committee selects the national winner from among those nominees. The national winner receives a sponsorship to Camp AMA, a plaque, and his or her name is added to a perpetual plaque that is kept at the National Model Aviation Museum in Muncie, Indiana. Applications are due each year by February 15th and can be found at amaflightschool.org. Congratulations, Justin!
A high school student in Colorado came up with an idea for an event to introduce her community to aeromodeling. That event, called AeroFest, took place on June 1st. Let's see what fun activities happened on that day.
Hi, I'm Avery Fales. I'm here at the Innovation Center. I'm an Erie High School graduate, yay! I will be going into CU Boulder for mechanical engineering, hopefully to get my master's degree. And then after that, I plan to work on rockets, planes, the like, and maybe work on large animal prosthetics. Right now here at the Innovation Center, I am a project manager and one of our event coordinators. As you may know, we are doing our AeroFest June 1st, which will be a lot of fun. So AeroFest is really about the community. We really want to bring in pilots, the community families, young kids, experts. We really want them to come together, help each other, and nourish their interest in UAS.
My name is Jake Marshall. I am the Chief UAS Pilot and Aeronautics Project Manager here at the St. Vrain Valley School District Innovation Center. The biggest thing for us within the whole aviation piece is how do we connect our community through flight? And that's really something I tried to drill into our kids. When they come in, it's not about us in this great facility. We got to give back. The Longmont people community has given us this beautiful place to be able to learn and to implement new programs, and so we want to be able to give back. The easiest way to give back is scratch build aviation. It's the remote control hobby, and so what the kids have been doing and been working on and been dreaming ever since last year in the garage that we started with before we moved into this place was how do we connect to our community through flight, using what's already out there, using AMA and how they approach the community and bring them in, even using flight tests and how they bring them in. Any other groups that are out there, how are they attracting people and bringing them into this hobby? And so the kids were like, we need to build planes. Kids are designing their own aircraft to sell at the event, and of course, make the event. So we're looking to have anywhere between 50 to 75 pilots, or if not more, and looking to have over 250 plus people to be able to roam the grounds and get introduced to flight. We have build areas to help the community and who are already in the hobby be able to network with each other. So bringing the hobbyists and the community together and showing them here's how you build something, here's how you go and fly, and here's the tricks of the trade for the hobby. We also got some of the industry in. Boulder County Search and Rescue's coming in. We've got Any Moment UAS, which is going to bring in their stuff to showcase. We've got Ames Community College, who's our #1 sponsor for the event. They're bringing in their general aviation piece. We got Vance Brand Airport, who's got individuals who want to come and check us out to be able to share their wealth and knowledge of general aviation with us. They're going to have a helicopter demo. And so yeah, the big part is, and the kids are really getting overwhelmed. They're excited. the fact that what they've created is actually becoming a reality, and really looking forward to this event.
So I started this project last year in 2018. It was really challenging. I faced a lot of legal issues that we had to work out just because an event like this had never been done for a school. There was a lot of, well, what are we going to do for pilots? What kind of registration? What kind of liability are we going to do? We want everybody to be safe while they're flying. We don't want any accidents. I didn't have a lot of experience with the legal issues and the safety concerns because right now I had just been flying under supervision, and then I got my Part 107, and then I learned some of the rules, but there were still a lot of aspects that I didn't know. So my teacher, Marshall, actually came in and taught me what we have to do to maintain safety and where to make the flight lines, so that way as people are coming in on the runway, we can put up barriers to make sure people are safe. We also have air bosses to make sure that people are flying safely and not flying over crowds, and they also have air horns to warn people of it, just to be a little bit more effective, so that way we're not constantly shouting, we don't have a lot of miscommunication with other people. We will also be doing a pilots meeting beforehand, so that way everybody knows the rules. They all have to sign their waivers to make sure that they understand the rules, that they have to get all of their planes inspected before they can fly, to make sure that they're up to code, so that way we don't have any accidents while we're up in the air. Overall, the project was really fun and couldn't have happened without our community. All right, our AeroFest event was a huge success. Considering it was our first year, we had a large amount of flyers out today. Everybody had a really great time talking, connecting with everyone. We had people of all experience levels. We had beginners, we had professional pilots. It was an amazing experience. We had little kids that were super interested in flying. We had our little glider sessions that they got to learn about flight, how to do barrel rolls with them, how to do loops with them. They had a total blast. So I would call this a huge success.
The Innovation Center is a facility which was funded with help by the community in the St. Vrain Valley School District. Some of the topics they teach are aeronautics, robotics, and biomed. Students are able to get hands-on with the curriculum because of their amazing facility. Looks like AeroFest was a successful way of giving back to their community. It's really, really awesome that that community has made such an investment in STEM education.
Oh, absolutely. You know, STEM is like my favorite thing. And I love that these kids got that opportunity, and they have so many things that they can learn more about and get started on their careers. It's amazing.
Yeah, you know, I hear something like biomed there. Biomed and model aviation, which, I mean, model aviation has been around for a long time
Exactly,
now.
and if you look at the news, biomed and model aviation is definitely a thing that's happening. Like
Yeah.
they're interconnected. It's amazing.
Very cool opportunities.
Coming up, we will take a look at some events happening soon and share how you can find one near you.
And later in the show, find out how to get tickets for one of the largest drone events in the world.
Every journey starts somewhere. Our journey begins with imagination. And imagination can take us anywhere. Because the best journeys end with new beginnings.
If you live near Sudbury, Massachusetts, and are looking for something different to do this 4th of July, check out the Charles River Radio Controller's annual 4th of July Demonstration Day. The event begins at 9 a.m. and will include demonstrations of various types of model aircraft. There will also be buddy box flying.
An annual RC pattern contest will be held July 6th and 7th in Missouri. The Charles Reed Memorial Pattern Contest, which is sponsored by the Kansas City Radio Control Association, includes National Society of Radio Control Aerobatics classes, with awards for first, second, and third places.
The Cumberland Flyers of Cedar Hill, Tennessee will host a Society of Antique Modelers event on July 9th and 10th. The 23rd annual free flight event takes place from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
A state championship for scale model aircraft will be held July 13th in Point McKenzie, Alaska. The Alaska Radio Control Society is hosting the contest. All classes of scale models, including jets, are welcome.
Mark your calendar now for a fun day of flying at the Crystal Coast Summer Sizzler. The Newport, North Carolina event takes place July 13th. The fun flies for any fixed-wing aircraft, including those that are glow, gas, and electric powered.
Each year, the Rutland County RC Flyers Club hosts a celebration of model aviation at its 3-day fun fly. This year, the fun begins July 12th at Fairhaven Municipal Airport in Fairhaven, Vermont. For more information on these events or to find one in your area, you can check out the sanctioned event calendar in Model Aviation magazine or at modelaircraft.org.
Coming up, find out how model aviation helped shape an AMA member's career.
Mason Hutchison, who works as a design engineer for Scaled Composites, is a huge fan of AMA because model aviation helped him get where he is today. Let's learn a little more about him.
Hi, I'm Mason Hutchison, AMA member 432162, and I've been a member since I was 8 years old. I got involved with model aviation with my dad. We were both looking for a hobby that we could build airplanes and enjoy the building and flying process together. We were both completely new when we started, and we went down this adventure together, and it's been many decades since. I would say that model aviation has been the foundation upon which I've built a career. It started off as a love and a passion, as a hobby, and it was so enjoyable to me that I felt that I could be effective in learning how to build full-scale airplanes. And things that I learned in model airplanes and model aviation directly affects my career every single day. I like sport scale, I like helicopters, and I'm into electric, gas, nitro, just about anything. My philosophy on picking model airplanes is covering the weather conditions. So I've very carefully selected different aircraft for flying in wind, flying at night, flying on water, flying on from a surface, or even flying in a room versus outdoors. I've tried to cover every side of the weather and environment that I can with my selection of airplanes. I love photography and full-scale flying, of course, and the model aviation took me down a path where I got interested in flying full-scale airplanes. And the beauty of that was that I could learn how to fly with model aviation, but you learn the process of flying full-scale becomes easier because you already know the airplane. Now you're learning the legalities and the way to conduct yourself and conduct business as a full-scale pilot. So that definitely was a stepping stone for me, and to this day it continues to help me make judgment calls, from moving the full-scale airplane on the ground versus moving a model airplane on the ground. It's the same thing, and so it helps you become natural at making those decisions, and that's a big benefit to me. My other hobbies tend to be along the technical side, but I also have an artistic side. I really enjoy creating things that are artistically beautiful, such as photography and drawing, and of course I love to design, so design is a passion of mine. I would say my biggest influence is watching others perform their jobs so well and seeing what passion can do for other people. It makes me want to be better at it. And for example, when I see someone flying as good as possibly can be flown, it makes me want to be better at it. And so I find the pathway, the journey towards perfection is the enjoyable part for me. And I never master anything. I just want to experience what that path to mastery might be. And so I like to watch the experts in every field that I can watch. And so I love watching the best pilots. I like looking at the best builders and their products. And I love watching the technical achievements that the hobby in general has made, such as the new electronic technologies, videos, just the advancement of battery technology. All that is very interesting to me, and I see a very bright future in terms of our capabilities of our hardware, but also our ways of coming together as a community. And I think that that's just a big bright light ahead of us. I would say basic judgment calls in terms of what works and what doesn't work, and historical information has been the most useful thing. So knowing some history about aircraft that you pick up in the pursuit of model aviation has contributed towards making a better product as a full-scale designer. I design systems of airplanes, and I'm not so much a structures designer. So I design the things that work inside the airplane, such as landing gear, flight controls, and mechanisms of various kinds, and a lot of bracketry. And knowing where to start was taught to me by model aviation. I can start instantly, where those who don't have that experience may take them a little while to gather information before they start. The beautiful thing about model aviation, it has taught me how I'm going to test each and everything I'm going to build from the beginning. So at least I have an idea when I start a project of how I'm going to finish it. And I credit all of that to model aviation. And that has made that part of the process easy for me, and allowed me to learn in other ways of the engineering business. So I definitely credit model aviation for advancing my career every single day. I think about it every single day without a doubt.
If you want to read more about how model aviation has helped shape the careers of other AMA members, make sure to check out the I Am the AMA feature in each issue of Model Aviation magazine. You can also view some of them at modelaviation.com.
If you love drone racing and hanging out with people who are like-minded, consider attending the Multi-GP International Open this year. It's one of the world's largest gatherings of drone pilots, and it takes place right here at AMA headquarters in Muncie, Indiana. You still have time to buy tickets for the June 26th to 30th event. You can purchase them now at multigp.io.
So I was here last year and the year before when the multi-GP events were here, and oh my God, they are huge.
It's really just like a bonanza of drones.
Bonanza is the perfect word.
I think so.
Well, anybody that has an opportunity to come out here should check it out, because it is a ton of fun.
Absolutely, and there's even spectator tickets. So, you don't have to fly, you can just come out and watch, and it's a great opportunity to learn more about this hobby and meet some of the bigwigs of racing.
That's right. Well, that's all we have for this episode of AMA Air. You can stay connected with us by following us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
For even more videos, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And from all of us here at AMA, thanks for watching.
We'll see you next time, but for now, it's time to get flying.